Hi, do you often realize what is it that is deciding my life? Is it the Kundli I was born with? Is it my numerological charts? Or is it some other forces which worked on me during my birth time? Or is it my parents, my in laws, my job, or maybe my children? Who is deciding my fate and my destiny? Or is it God sitting on the top and writing my destiny there? Hi, this is Vachhani, your self love coach, and I'm here to open up the greatest secret you ever wanted to know. Watch forward. So, what I realized over the period of my research, my studies, my sadhanas, in the quest of finding the reason of human suffering or why there is so much variation in so many people's life, even though like we are eight siblings and each one of us have different experience with life. Why? We were brought up together with the same family, same parents, same type of upbringing. We played around everything. So I'm sure even if you have many siblings or you have few siblings, you must have experienced the experiences different in each other's lives. Now why do we have that? Who decides this? So basically, I realized that there is something which is working on us, or we are working through it, and that is our consciousness. Now, what is consciousness? So, anything you talk or think or feel, or in a simple scientific words, I'll not go into depth of quantum physics here, but there is a lot of quantum science here. We all vibrate at certain level. Okay, as we keep vibrating at a certain frequency, that decides our consciousness, or maybe that is a level of consciousness. For example, if we are into the emotion and the feeling of love, joy, gratitude, feeling great about ourselves or about anything in general, that means we are at the higher consciousness. We are vibrating in the higher frequency with higher consciousness. You all must have experienced that. So, when you're vibrating at higher consciousness, you will attract all the things which are vibrating at higher consciousness. So, you must have experienced when you feel happy, joyful, or maybe you've achieved something and then you are feeling great, you attract more experiences of that type, haven't you? If yes, put yes in the comment box. At the same time, when you're feeling sad, you're feeling depressed, or you're feeling hurt, you are feeling regret, or you're feeling guilty, or you're feeling angry, or you're feeling blaming somebody, all these emotions are having frequency with lower vibrations. Okay, that means we are vibrating in the lower consciousness. And when we are vibrating at lower consciousness, all the experiences, maybe people, things, places, situations at the lower vibration will be brought to us. Yeah. So have you experienced if you're angry, you'll get more situations to be angry about. If you're feeling hurt or regret, all the memories of hurt and regret will come into your head and you'll feel more sad. So it's important to know which frequency or which level are we vibrating with. So knowing this thing, now that we know when you vibrate at lower frequency, you'll attract lower vibration stuff. When you vibrate at higher frequency, you'll attract higher vibration stuff. At this point, not that only you're into these two things, there are the levels of consciousness. Okay, there are 4 major levels of consciousness. The first one is victim level of consciousness. Now, what is victim level of consciousness? In this level, you vibrate with lowest frequencies. You feel disempowered. You keep blaming people, situations, your surroundings, your destiny, maybe even God, for whatever problems you're going through. You don't take charge of your life. You don't take responsibility of your life. There's every second person who's responsible for your life. How many of you are into this consciousness? I was here big time. Seriously. I used to always blame about my health, about my economic condition, my relationships, and everything to all other people. Never took charge of my life when I was vibrating at that victim consciousness. But if you're watching this video and you are moving ahead, so know that you are going to go into the second level of consciousness, which is a beautiful, amazing level where you take charge of your life. That's called empowerment consciousness. Now, after going through all the misery, you just want to give up. You want to say, what is it? Even though we blame, at some point of time inside, we feel, what is it I can do about my life? What do I do? What is, why am I not getting something to do something about myself? It's my life. I need to do something about it. You do some research, you study a lot of books, or maybe attend a lot of videos, courses, or go for the personal sessions, or something or the other. You're into the seeking of going from victim to something so that you can do something about your life. This one is better. Over here, you take charge of your life. You do the activities which are helping you to change your life. So affirmation is one of them. So I started with Louise Hay's book. I realized, oh, it was me. I was blaming everybody but myself, and I was feeling guilty about it then. So then when you are finding, you'll find some methods, some techniques, some tools where you can shift your consciousness. You take charge of your consciousness. You work on it. You put effort on it. You become, you create habit of doing all these stuff. So what happens here? You start seeing the changes. You feel things are in control. You are able to work that way. You can create life of your choice. You feel empowered. You feel great, and you feel, wow, I can do something. Now I can do everything. And then you put your effort in, doing all those techniques. For example, you can do all of them, whatever methods you use. So I talk about myself. So I used affirmations a lot. I really got healed out of my body ailments. I got healed out of my relationship issues, and my financial states, and everything worked miraculously just by shifting from victim to empowerment. So these two are, first one, many people are there. Around 80% of the population of the globe is in the victim consciousness. Nobody wants to take charge of their life. Are you ready to take charge of your life? We can go into the third and the fourth, but let us understand, we cannot jump. We cannot go from one to fourth. There is a step. There is a movement. We need to cross that bridges. So if we are into victim, we have to go through empowerment. Then we'll go to the third stage, and then the fourth stage happens automatically. So the first is victim, second is empowerment, and the third stage is awakening. Awakening to the divine grace, awakening to the presence of beautiful energies into the life, awakening to your inner wisdom. You become more intuitive, you settle down. So in the second stage also, you do a lot of work. You are doing the work instead of external, you do it internal work, and you want to create goals, achieve them, do visualization, do affirmations, do all these things, which is beautiful. But there is a third stage where you're aligned to it. You just get it. You are already vibrating effortlessly. You are already reached at that stage, vibrating higher frequency naturally. You flow with life. The life happens to you. So I think I'm moving from second to third and third to fourth simultaneously in between. So basically, it requires a lot of consistent effort and consistency with yourself. And here comes the role of self-love. So if you are into empowerment stage without self-love, you are doing the work, taking at the goals and targets and all those things, time setting and all those stuff, which is again very, very beautiful. Then that victim consciousness, only 20% of people are into empowerment state. But when we move from empowerment to awakening, We realize the best part is flow of life. You realize everything just comes. You think and the universe arranges. You think about something, put that vibration, and the thing comes to you. You're not sad for something. You're not excited or happy about something. You're all the time happy, balanced, calm, composed, more loving, more joyful, more giving. You feel your purpose of life. You live your purpose of life. How many of you feel you're into that stage? So just I, or you want to be into that stage. Yeah. So that is about awakening. You awaken to the universal power. You're awakening to your inner power and understand there is a oneness. There's an understanding of oneness in the entire universe, oneness with your own body's rhythmic motion, the your oneness in all the cells and organs working together in union, oneness in the whole system of the universe, the solar system, and all those things working in union. Everything makes sense. Everything is in synchronicity. Everything is working in the beautiful music, and you're enjoying that thing. The last stage is enlightenment. Enlightenment is you're not knowing. Awakening is you know that you have learned that you have understood that. Sometimes you've experienced, but you are not always into that oneness of feeling. You know there is a oneness, but you still have that separation. Knowing is there, but living in oneness happens in enlightenment state. Now, when in enlightenment state, you and God are one. You and the Creator are one. You have no separation whatsoever. There is no suffering because everything is one. Every every experience, every person, every anything is just oneness, right? And now this enlightenment is a benediction by the divine. When you have worked through the awakening, when you work through the consciousness of awakening, and you keep practicing all those stuff, there is a practicing initially, and then suddenly one fine day, the way Buddha, he started with, he was not victim, but he felt victim. Okay, like, what is life about? He had all these burning questions. He did not blame anything, but he went into the quest. So maybe it was in the second empowerment step directly. He went in the search. Okay, what is it? Why am I still feeling separate? I know there is oneness, but I'm not experiencing. He meditated, went inside, went inside. He was just doing his stuff. That is up to awakening. He got awakened to it. And suddenly under the Bodhi tree, aha moment started. And that was not his efforts. That was given to him. Talk about any master, any guru, or anybody who's achieved enlightenment, know that it has to be given, but our job is to prepare for it, prepare to receive it. God does not do partiality, I'll give it to you, I'll not give it to him or her. He just wants us to go through the journey. Wherever we are, we have to start the process. So which level of consciousness are you there? And yeah, why enlightenment? So we want enlightenment because life will be too different. Your way of looking at life, your way of living life, your breathing, your eating, everything will be full of love because there is only love. You and Creator are one. There is nothing else. You feel great compassion for others. You'll feel that why others are suffering. The way gurus and Buddha is a great recent example we know about. And then everything else works out. And then you don't even matter whether somebody asked you for the party, or somebody did not call you on your birthday, or somebody did not gift you. These things won't matter, not even for considering. The way in the victim consciousness, that becomes the mountain of the moon. How could he that he should have done that and this and that, and we're just struggling in that state like crazy. And we do not know whether we can achieve, like, there's something like that. But know that we all are entitled for enlightenment, right? So if you feel that you want to go up to that stage, I can help and support you. So you need to join my webinar, and the link is given below. And then sign up for it, know where you are, know how to go to each step. Up to awakening, I'll be supporting you. And then enlightenment will be a gift. One day you might get before I might get a little later. You never know. We really never know how fast we are growing. So I've created a structure for that. Do join in, and I would love to see each one of us coming to the stage of enlightenment and enjoying life as we are meant to do that. Yeah. And if you like the video, do like it, subscribe my channel, forward this to a friend who really wants to hear this. Bye bye. I love you. Take care.